Welcome to Living the Dream, sponsored by Jackrabbit Dance, the podcast that brings together studio owners, dance educators, and leaders in the industry. Hosted by Ree Gold and Laura Giacomelli, each episode is packed with real talk, inspiration, and a passion for the dance life. We're so glad you're here. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Everyone, welcome to Living the Dream. I'm Ree Gold, and I'm here with my co-host, Laura Giacomelli. Good to see you.
Hi, Ree. Good to see you too. So good to be here. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday and happy 2026.
And here's a quick reminder to everybody who's watching today. You can check us out on Apple and Spotify, where you'll get notifications when new episodes come up. And we would sure like to have you as fans. So please check that out.
Absolutely. And we love to hear from you now. So if you are watching, please say hello in the comments and let us know where you are listening from. So, Ree, how's life?
You know, first I want to say I'm excited because I feel like these friends of ours that we're going to hang out with tonight are going to be fun, and that It's a good Thursday. How's life? I'm going to say 26 came in with a bang. Could I say it that way? Do you get it?
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. It came in with a bang.
As 2025 was ending, I'm like, wow, this was a year that I don't want to be negative, but a year that is a lot of work, a lot of getting things done. And in 2026, I'm like, okay, this is going to be much smoother. This is going to be more easy. And I got to tell you, what is this? I'm looking at the date, the 15th of January. Feels as busy as last year.
Okay, so I saw something on the internet that can maybe help you through this. So apparently apparently it's on the lunar year calendar. Last year was the year of the snake, so it was shedding. But that calendar doesn't end until mid-February, if I am correct. And then so we're still finishing up, if you're looking at that calendar, 2025. And the new lunar year, which is the year of like the horse that like the horse on fire, like that you've like shed your skin and it's a brand new you and you're stepping into this new life. So that's February. And I was like, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Okay, so February, everything's gonna change.
That's what I heard.
Please don't think I'm complaining, because I am a guy who often practices what I preach, that enjoy the journey stuff you see every day. But yeah, it came on with a bang is the best way to describe it. How are you doing, Laura Giacomelli?
I think I'm in the same boat as you, Ray. We started the year, we ended last year with our amazing trip to Disney World with my family, and it was great. And then 4 days later, we all got the flu for 10 days. So it was like,
isn't that kind of the way that happens when you do something really kind of fun and cool? It's like, okay, you had a good time. Now I'm taking you back to real life.
Yeah. And then I thought to myself, well, I'll get it through now, and because comp season starts in February, and I hate being sick during comp season. That's like different level of stress. So I was like, maybe this is it. Maybe I'll just get my hardcore sickness done now, and then February when we start really ramping up, I'll be healthy and we'll all be good. But yeah, I have a feeling this sickness is going to be a lot this season. I can just feel it. Like a lot of the kids have the flu. I already have 2 staff that were out already. So I was like, oh, here we go. Everyone wash your hands. I texted my teacher, I was like, spray the Lysol at the end of every night, spray the Lysol. They're like, okay. I'm like, that's all we can do, that and clean, but we're going to try. And the show
I'll
must
add
go on.
to that. We're not on the most positive note. This is going to be a bad winter too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard winter.
Not for you.
Wait, it's about to be in the teens and 20s this entire weekend. The coldest it's been here in a long time, and the coldest it's been here since I've been here. Yeah.
Are you expecting snow or no?
See lots of snow happening around the country. Snow in the north of North Carolina. I don't know enough to tell you, but probably not where I am. So yeah, I think this is how I'll say it to everybody. What if we kind of look at all of this and go, it is going to be a lot of snow, and boy, is it kind of a quick, how do I want to say, like this year is starting off with a bang, but we're alive and well. There's no pandemic. There's so much to be grateful for. Like,
yes.
Okay, that's how I get myself back into shape.
Yeah. Yep. I feel like whenever you drop the word pandemic, it just puts life into perspective. So yes. Give me 10 days of being sick rather than 6 months of lockdown. I'm fine. Like we'll figure it out. Like we're good. We're good.
I'm with you on that, my friend. So yes.
Yep.
Any choreography teaching in the studio you're doing, or?
So I'm lucky. I do nothing but competition choreography this year, and it is all done. I am past that wave, and I am on to cleaning. So I was back in the studio on Monday teaching, because I actually was feeling much better on Monday. So I went back and taught my 3 jazz classes, and they look really good so far. It's really nice, like when you have, when you have kids who like want it and are hungry and they want to take the notes and they want to hear the corrections and they want to apply them. And I don't have to give the whole like sob story of like, you need to make sure you're practicing at home. Like it's just like a general reminder when I say it, like, hey, it's on the band app. Watch it before next week. They're like, we know. Like it's just like, so it just the season, I'm excited to see my dances on stage. I'm excited to see what my teachers have come up with. I have really, really great staff, really creative, and we're also different in how we choreograph and our formations and our style. So like my studio stuff doesn't all look the same, which I take a lot of pride in. So yeah, so I'm really excited to see not just like my stuff on stage, but what everyone else like cooked up this year. I think it's going to be really cool. So we have a big February gala is what we call it. And it's when all the competition kids have a chance to rehearse on stage. I run a stage, and then we have a showcase just for the parents and the families who want to come, and it kind of gives them an opportunity before comp season to perform in front of a live audience. And I'm really looking forward to it. That's end of February. I'm like, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay. We'll invite everybody listening tonight or watching this down the road to your special performance. And I wish you an awesome season, my friend.
Thank you. Same for all the studios out there, for sure.
All right. Today we're bringing in 2 powerhouse studio owners for a conversation I feel like a lot of people need about confidence, about being a woman business owner and how you stand up for yourself and how you move forward without intimidation, etc.
Yeah, I think, and also for each of them too, how they balance the motherhood aspect of it as well. Owning multiple locations, motherhood, relationships, all of it. So I'm really excited to chat with these 2 for sure.
And it reiterates a philosophy that Laura, you've heard, our guests have heard. All of it is the base to success is confidence. Believing in who you are, believing in what you want to accomplish, and believing in what you need for yourself to be the best that you can be. So tonight it's about confidence 24/7. Before we bring in Connie and Kelly, we want to thank our sponsor, Jackrabbit Dance, which helps studios run smoother with registration, communication, billing, and the tools that keep dance studios organized so you can spend time leading and strategizing the future.
Exactly. And when you're balancing business and family, the smoother the systems are, the less we have to carry in our heads, which is very, very important.
Yeah. All right, we're going to run a Jackrabbit commercial and we'll be right back with our guests.
This episode is sponsored by Jackrabbit Dance, the dance studio software empowering you to build the studio of your dreams. With over 20 years of experience, Jackrabbit has the solutions and industry insights to help your business grow. Want to increase student enrollment, optimize your pricing to be profitable, or improve staff retention? See how other studios are using Jackrabbit Dance to hit their goals year after year. To learn more, visit jackrabbitdance.com/benchmarks.
And welcome, you guys. And here comes Connie. Excited to see you. Big smiles.
Excited to be here.
Same.
So I'm going to start with just saying I'm thrilled to have you guys here. I want to say this because I don't know if I say it to you all enough, you two especially. I'm proud of who you are because of how confident you are. I'm proud of who you are because you both say, this is what I want to accomplish, and you make it happen. And that's why I thought it would be kind of cool to hang out with both of you tonight. Laura's question is...
Okay, so I 100% agree with Ree. I feel like you two are prime examples of talking the talk and walking the walk. So I'm really excited to chat with both of you tonight. So I want to start off with, first, you tell us a little bit about yourself, your school, and your family. So Connie, can you start?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Connie O'Real. I own a studio outside the suburbs of Chicago. I have 4 kids, and I've been married to my husband, Todd, for 15 years. And I also moonlight as a pharmacist a couple days a week in a hospital. So busy.
Lots to talk about there, Connie, to balance. Because I feel like you're very good at balancing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Lots to talk about there, but also because I know you, Connie, tell everybody what just happened in the last week or two.
We just opened our second location. It's a building with about 7,000 square feet. So we're really, really excited for all the space that we have, and we're getting settled, getting comfortable in there. And it was a big move for us. So really excited about it.
Wishing you the best. Let's say hello to Susie. Hey, Susie, and June.
Hi, Susie. Hi, June.
Kelly, tell us about yourself, my friend.
My name's Kelly Komorowski. I own 3 dance studios on Long Island. We've been in business for 24 years, and I'm a single mom to 3 beautiful children.
Okay. The mogul of Long Island is with us tonight, everybody.
For real.
Let's start kind of simple. People see you and assume you're confident. What do you think they're actually seeing?
Ooh.
Is that a good question?
Yeah, you're coming out with zingers right away, Ree.
Yeah.
There's a purpose to that question.
Yeah, I think they see just calm leadership, right? So, yeah, I think, even if we don't have it all together, we appear to have it all together, right?
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect answer, Connie.
Yeah. And I think that's a skill. That's a skill that even some CEOs of multi-million dollar companies don't have, right? Like that's a learned skill over time to be the calm in the storm. And I feel like a lot of studio owners really pulled that out of the bag over the years, that we have to be that like steady presence,
Everybody's
because
with us. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And especially I feel like with the sizes of your studios, you have multiple locations, both of you. So you have, I mean, for some studios, you're double, if not triple the size of some of us. So, you really have all eyes on you at recitals, at competitions, at events. So, you're that reflection of how everyone else is going to feel in that facility. It's a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, any comments on that, my friend?
No, I just do agree that it's all eyes on us. And I can tell a quick story that at Nationals last year, I had a group that was about to go on stage, and one of our girls, like teenage years, was wearing a white dress and decided to open her soy sauce and eat it, and it spilled all over her white dress. So I just said, okay, well, let's go find another studio and ask them if we can borrow a white dress. Somebody has to have a white dress. This is a huge Nationals venue. Let's go. And we found one and we fixed it. And we actually, their number was on the number before ours. So that girl was so sweet and quickly took off her costume. We quickly put it on, problem solved. And one of the parents is like, you were so calm. And I said, everybody was looking at me at that moment. If I panicked, the girl would have panicked, and she would have went on stage and screwed up her entire dance thinking the entire staff is mad at her. You have to just, go with the flow.
100%.
And solve
That's
problems.
why I asked the question, because sometimes I think confidence is taking a deep breath and realizing you're a leader and a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope that made sense, because I know that was a tough opening question.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, I think there's nothing that can't be solved, right?
I was just going to say that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, we had a terrible national story as well. Long story short, I threw away all of our props for our production number that called back to the finals. So we had a remake. Yeah, it was one for the books, guys. But it was a great learning experience too for my kids, because they got to see too that even Miss Connie messes up, right? So it was like, I screwed up. How are we going to fix it?
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you fix it? I gotta know.
A whole team of people. Everybody they banded together and we made it happen. We pulled props from everywhere. The other teams in the competition as well. Everybody helped, and honestly, at the end of the day, that set was better than what we had before. So it worked out.
Wow. Can I just say, I love that both of you said that other studios helped you.
They did.
I feel like, because I feel like that's kind of like competitions do kind of get a bad rap, that it's so competitive and it's nasty and it's this and it's that. But it's like, in the end, we're all in it together. We're all there to have a good time. We're all there to perform and do our best. But like, I love that, like, you both went to other studios and they were like, here you go. Let's, like, that's what it's all about, because that's what our kids are watching and learning, that they don't just have to have camaraderie. Us as studio owners have to have camaraderie, and teachers too, I think it's really important. Sometimes that gets lost on some of us,
Exactly.
But my question is, when it comes to confidence, is this something that is like a come and go thing for you guys at this point? Or at this point in the game, do you feel more steady with that?
Are you talking about in my brain, or are you talking about outward? It's two total different reactions.
Can I say that's exactly the kind of follow-up question I like right there?
Because in my brain, it comes and goes, and it probably goes more than it comes. And outwardly, I would say it comes more than it goes.
I think
Balance.
I tell my team every time we have a meeting before a big event or anything, I said, there's nothing I haven't seen in 20 years, you guys. We've been through it all. And there's nothing that we can't handle. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think experience does help give you a little bit more confidence because you've been through it.
Right. Yeah, I think it goes back to what you said. You can figure everything out. I have a sign on my desk upstairs that says everything is figure outable. I'm like, it really is. Like, it's dance. We can
I need
figure
one
it
of
out.
those signs. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a solution
everything's
to every
figure
problem.
outable.
Yep, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
Okay, I have a question. You both run studios. I know the way you want to run it, not caving to trends or what parents tell you that they want. How did you get to that place? Who would like to start there? Why did I ask that question? Because I think there's a lot of studio owners, whether they're listening tonight or in the future, who base everything on what the parents think or what the trend is. Okay, either one of you can jump in.
I'll start if that's okay, Connie, if you don't want to start.
Yeah, go for it.
I think an important thing is to write down your mission statement and your why and your beliefs and follow them and know that when you make decisions or when you make rules, you're making them based on your mission statement and what your why is and what you're following in your studio. So having an understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing it gives you a reason to say, put your foot down and say no to people.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to please everybody, you aren't going to please anybody. So you've got to put those policies in place as well for those good parents who are on board with everything that you're doing. If you start to break those policies, they're going to lose trust and faith in you.
Yes.
Studio culture. Yeah. That's the word that I wanted to say too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like too, when there's always that big shakeup, I feel like at least at my studio, every couple of years, there's like a big thing that happens. It's, a big thing that happens. We, again, figure out
a mutiny. Yeah.
but when you go back to, this is my handbook, this is what you signed up for, this is what I'm holding the ground on. Interesting how the long-term people, they're thankful for that. They're like, that would have affected my kid too. That if you would have been on that, that would affect my child and their child and their child and their child. And we've given up things in order to follow your handbook and follow your guidelines. And we've made, decisions for our family to follow these things and missed out on different things because of it. And I think in the moment when it's hard and you're having to hold that line, but then you get over it and you get to the other side and you hear that feedback, you're like, oh, you do appreciate that. I do that. When parts where I can bend, I'll try, but on firm things, sometimes you just have to hold that line. You really do.
Yeah. I learned a long time ago to stop running the studio based on emotions and feelings. You really just have to stick to the facts, right? So those policies are in place for a reason to protect the other students, the other families, the staff, all those things to keep it running like an actual true business, right?
Yeah. Yeah, true business. And that's the key of that whole sentence, because sometimes our emotions and our love sometimes gets a little out of the box, right? And it's like it is a business, and I feel like if you want to get to a point where you do have 2 locations, 3 locations or more, it's because you're running it like a business, right? That's why you're able to bring those students those opportunities, right? To have a larger location, more staff, more teachers, more classes, more options, which the kids do love. Okay, so I kind of want to shift it a little bit now, ladies. What part of motherhood made you a better studio owner?
Understanding where the parents are coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you realize a parent is worried for their child, so they're acting in a certain way, where pre-motherhood, I approached that more defensively. And now I approach that as, let's talk a little more about what's going on. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Let me hear you. Where I wouldn't have reacted that way before I was a mom.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Learning to lead with empathy, really, right? understanding where they're coming from. I see both sides. Even when I have that, going back to the previous question, where that policy is in place, I understand you from a mom's point of view, but here's where I'm coming from the studio owner side, right? So I do think they're a little bit more receptive to us because we have, kids of our own.
I was just going to ask that. Do you feel like they know that you can, I guess the word is like, feel where they're coming from, like you're saying, or like have a better understanding and empathy because we are moms now? I felt that way at my studio. Like I actually said to a mom one time, I think I would have went into mama bear mode too. I understand. And she kind of was like, oh, like, I'm like, in that moment, I get it. I see why you would do that. You were protecting your child. I get that. She was being bullied. But I said, but at the same time, like, I need to help you handle it. It is my studio, like in that particular situation. But it's interesting to, in my situation, how they kind of, they know that I understand now a little bit more. They see that I'm in their shoes too. I'm not just on that other side of the desk,
Yep.
I gotta follow up on that if I can, because you're both still in the classroom. How did becoming a mother change your teaching?
It's the same answer. I think when a child's having a hard day or a child's misbehaving, I have more empathy, I think, than beforehand. Like if the child's not standing perfectly at the bar, I'm not saying sit time out or you have to stand perfectly. It's like, okay, let's try to just reroute the situation and move back, or let's change what we're doing today. We're all having a hard time, where before I would probably get a little more frustrated than I do now.
Yeah,
and
I would.
The older kids, same thing. If like my older kids, my 11-year-olds they were just like lethargic today. And I would have gotten mad in the past, but now I'm like, it's Thursday. It's like the second week back to life. Everyone's just tired.
Right.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that too, having my own kids in the studio, I do get feedback from them too on what they're thinking or what the classes are saying or how they're feeling. So it is beneficial in that way, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to let you take this, Laura, because I got a little technical thing that's going on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So since both of you, and I'm going to go off script a little bit, both of you have dancers who are children at your own studio. Is that dynamic hard? Do you enjoy teaching them? Do you prefer them being with other instructors? What is that like?
That's been a journey in itself, truthfully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have kids that range from 14 to 6. So we're kind of all over the board right now. When they were younger, I would always pass them off to other teachers because they didn't listen to mom as well as they did to other teachers. Now that they're a little bit older, I do like to work with them more one-on-one. But yeah, it's a tough balance, and you got to find those boundaries so that they're still learning appropriately and they're not, you're still taking care of them as their mom when they are tired, when they're having a bad day. It's definitely been a journey.
Kelly, how about you?
I have 2 children that dance at this point. My son danced when he was younger. So I have my older daughter's about to turn 16 and my little one's 11. They have completely 2 different personalities. So it is 2 different ways that I can handle it. My older one I taught until last year was the last year I taught her. And then I think she was done with having to justify when I got annoyed with the class or was trying to push them. She felt the pressure, and that's why I said I'm done. My younger one wants me to continue teaching her at this point in time. So, but my older one, it's just 2 different completely personalities. So it's different how I juggle each of them.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off of that too. I have 4 very different personalities, which can help too when I'm talking to other parents about, when their kids are struggling. I say, well, I have 4, I have my perfectionist, and then I have my one who just socially loves to do it, So we've got all those personalities, and I can, tap into all of them when I'm talking to other parents as well.
I have to say something. While we were coming on to this episode, everybody.
I knew. You jinxed it. You jinxed it, Ree.
We got
And
a
my
little
heart was
nervous.
We were worried about something going wrong. I go, hey, once I got knocked right out of the feed and I came back and you all were still talking. Don't you know that just happened again after
You did great.
Don't ever, I know, don't ever bring it up ever again, Ree, okay? Because you jinxed
It's over. It's over. And wow. Laura, what was your last question, my friend?
So we went off script. We were talking about teaching our children and the dynamic of that in the classroom, and it was great. So now we're going to talk about, Ree, what boundaries we've had learned the hard way with being studio owners.
Let's go for it, friends.
Staying on the having your kids dance in the studio, putting that boundary into place where people were trying to get close to my kids to try to get close to me. That was a tough one, I think, that we've gone through over the years. But putting that boundary into place to just say, are you trying to be my child's friend, or are you trying to, be friends with the studio owner to advance your own kid? So that was a tough one, I think.
That's hard, Connie.
That's an interesting one, though.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's very hard for a child at any age to navigate or comprehend emotionally. That's a really big idea. Like, are you trying to be able to do a backdoor way to rise up quickly at the studio, or you actually want to be at my house at my sleepover with me? Like, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. And then it's hard too to be their mom, because this is their friend group, right? This is who they're hanging out with. This is their social activity. So you don't want to take that away from them by saying we can't be friends with other dancers in our class, right? So really finding the balance of making sure that everybody's in it for the right reasons.
I agree. Same issues in the past.
I've heard that before, but it's been a long time. You guys just brought it back. I would think that when it comes to those kids, when they're, let's say, in your home or with your children and you're in the same place, do you find yourself pulling back a little bit in those circumstances than you might if they weren't your students and stuff like that?
I changed my role. They still have to call me Miss Kelly when they're at my house doing things, but I changed the way I react. Like, I will never discipline them for things they would say as I would in the classroom. I become the mom. Yeah. I try my hardest, and I usually do pretty well with it.
Okay.
Is that challenging though, Kelly? Because
it is, because sometimes I will find myself. I had one of my students say something very nasty to her mom. We were out together, and she stopped her, and I was like, "You don't act like that." And I was like, "Oh, wait, not my place. I'm just Megan's."
You're like, "Not my place." Yeah. Yeah. We're not in a dance competition. We're not in my building. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yep. Can I say something that's super important that everyone should do if you have comp kids? You should have a comp mom for them. That's not you. So we have somebody else, and it's been the same person, but now she's 9 months pregnant, so she's going to be out comp season. So we have somebody else coming in who has 100% taken care of my children as if she was their mom. And my daughter actually just gave her 17th candle at her Sweet 16 because she said, everybody else has a comp mom. I had a Miss Kelly, but I had you being there, cheering me on, screaming for me, making sure everything was ready, giving me the 100% attention that I need at competition. And that meant the world to me to know that she had that same experience just with somebody else.
Yeah, I love that.
For the school team, I make sure that I do nothing director related, even though it's frustrating at times because I can help the school team in so many ways. But I know I have to keep my mouth shut, and I have to just the mom.
Yeah. And I'm sure your daughter appreciates that.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes that gets lost, right? When you're coaching everybody and trying to make sure all the things are happening at competition. So to find those moments where you can't just be their mom, it's super important.
It is. It's great.
Yeah. And I think that was a really smart move, Kelly, to to like take a step back and look at the big picture, because you have hundreds of children that you go to competition with between all of your locations. Your
Yeah.
comp, I know, I mean, your super productions are like 100 plus kids just
Yeah.
for production.
Yeah.
So it's like your children will get lost in the sauce because you need to be around. You are in charge of so many bodies, and then all the people that they're bringing and sibling, like it's just a lot to manage. So I just applaud you as a mom for like looking outside of the box and being like, okay, but how are my kids going to get taken care of? Because this has to be a special time for them too. And if I can't 100% be there for them, someone needs to be assigned to them. Like, and I think that's great. And I think it's awesome that your daughter acknowledged that.
It was such a beautiful speech and made me feel so wonderful, because she was talking about all the funny little moments they had together, and some of them I know and some of them I don't know, and it's a relationship that it's just so fulfilling. My little one's very sad that she's going to be out this season because she looks forward to her time with her, but we just keep saying, one season we have somebody else great coming in for you, and she'll be back next year.
Yeah, I feel like that's the epitome of it. Like, it takes a village.
It does. It
takes
a village. Yep.
It takes a village. Yeah.
I'm lucky I have a lot of great moms that do take care of my kids on the other side of it. But when they were younger and they needed help with changing and stuff, I did have someone that came in just for them. And I think, Kelly, you're the one who told me to do it, so I did it. But it was a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they need someone too.
They do. They need, and even she made it such a speech, like the speech said, you were the one screaming for me loudest in the audience. I heard you. And of course I was there too. And it's okay. Like, I didn't take any offense to it, because it made me feel like the experience for her was just as wonderful as it was for every one of my students in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made me think that when I was in dance competition, I didn't realize it. My mother was always with the girls. My mother asked somebody to be with us. And it could have been a female teacher, but it was usually some male person involved in the studio. But I never realized that until you guys just started talking about it. My mom was an offhands mom at the dance competition as well. Okay, so
I don't know how you could though be on, like, especially how competitions are now, you guys. Like, we are so busy. Like, it's not you go there and it's 100 dances. Like, it's a 500 plus, sometimes 3, 4, 5 day event. Like, as a studio owner, like, I have a company director, and it's still all men on deck. We have 75 kids on team this year. So we're growing, and it's just like, it still takes a village. Just with my size, it's still a lot, and you're there all weekend long. So
yeah,
I don't know how studio owners
100% to my kids. I can give them probably 30 or 40% of comp, but not 100%. They deserve 100%. It's their thing.
Yes.
But I will say,
agreed.
my kids are very self-sufficient because they have to be. Right. So they had to learn how to do their bun a lot earlier than other kids. And you got to do your makeup because mom's got to go check us in backstage and all those things. So they're learning all their lessons, while they're being the owner's kids. So
yeah,
it works out.
It does.
Yeah.
I think dance teacher kids are, or studio owner kids are much more independent than your average kid.
Definitely.
It's
I
just,
can see that.
And it's a natural progression. It's not like anybody made you do it. It's a part of the culture of your home and your parents. But I think it's a good one and builds character. Okay. Because I think this is a question that people who look at the two of you will wonder. I know that you both work really hard to have a balance with your family. That I'm talking about a family and kids balance with your studios. Kelly, you have 3. Connie, you have 2. How is it realistic? How do you say balance? Or is it more like we're more balanced now, and then a few months later, be as balanced. What does balance mean?
To me,
Either
balance
one.
means that I do what I want to do when I want to do it. And, I need to work. I was actually giving my son this speech yesterday because he's a senior in high school, about owning your own business and what it means. And you do have to have a very strong work ethic and a very strong drive. But I do what I want to do. So last night I did stay up till past midnight finishing my summer schedule, but my summer schedule out, my camp's out, everything's done, ready to go. And I am having a spa day with my best friend tomorrow. So I've taken the day off, but I got my work done. So it's okay. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay up. I wanted to push through and get it done last night. And then I had a very calm day today. And tomorrow I'm off enjoying my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it ebbs and flows, right? So at busier times, when the studio's in comp season or it's recital season, we are 110% into the studio, right? But I make sure that the O'Reills have a vacation scheduled that doesn't have anything to do with dance. So we make sure we get that in. We make sure that we're doing things that aren't dance related to keep that family balance and that family time as well. Even though all my kids do dance, they all compete, we're all there all the time. I still want them to have memories that have nothing to do with dance.
Yeah, I think that's important. Go ahead, Ree. I know you have something to say about that topic. Go.
Okay, so Connie, you're saying to our viewers and listeners down the road, because it's so important, that you actually plan things for the O'Reills at the same time you're planning everything for the studio, because it's just as important as a competition weekend. Is that what you're saying?
100%. My family has a running joke that, like, if you want to do something with me, you have to get it in the calendar a year and a half in advance. And that's how I keep that balance, though, right? So that I make sure that I'm hitting all those points and doing the things that are important to me. If I don't have that paper calendar out a year in advance, I'm going to miss those things. And you only have a finite time with your kids when they're young, right? So you've got to make that a priority.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's something that I'm happy that I learned when Cole was little, is that, like, you only get so many days with your own children. We're lucky that as studio owners, we're open for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. We will get to affect so many children's lives. And it's beautiful and it's amazing and it fills my cup every single day. But then I look at Cole and I'm like, I only have really 18 years with you. And I've had the studio for 15 and it went like that. So I can only imagine how quickly 18 will go with him. We already are done 5 of them, So it's like, when it comes to planning those things, Connie, like, I applaud you that you are that organized and you do look that far ahead and you say, hey, this is my comp season, but this is my family season. These are things that we're doing as a family, because it's so important, because it goes by so fast. So
and I'll tell you,
and it's also,
so I know.
Yeah,
we're getting warmed up, aren't we here? Go ahead.
Kelly knows, because our kids are, my oldest is in high school, hers is graduating, and I'm like starting to panic because he only has so many solos left that I'm going to see, so like those things, the countdown happens so fast. And when they're 5, 6, 7, you're like, oh, we have so much time. But at the end of the day, oh my gosh,
I cry every time I think about my daughter on stage for the last time. And I'm not a crier at all, and I cry.
Same.
Yeah.
That's going to be, it'll be tough. Yeah.
How old's your oldest, Connie?
He'll be 15 next month. So he's a freshman.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Connie,
so fast.
Are all 4 of your kids dancers or into dance?
Yeah, all 4 of them. My son is the oldest. I didn't want to push him because I owned a dance studio when we started. But when he was 4 or 5, he kept asking. So we threw him in a class and he's loved it ever since. He's got this great group of boys and they tear it up at all the competitions. Awesome. And then my girls in the middle, I was chomping at the bit until they could get into their first class, obviously, right? And then my little guy, he just fell right in with everybody else. I think I told you yesterday, Ree, that he doesn't understand that everybody's mom doesn't have a dance studio.
Yes.
That was cute.
He doesn't get it. He thinks everybody's mom is a dance teacher. you know, he's just
Oh,
the
I love
best.
that.
I can't
love
tell
it.
you how much I appreciate that because I grew up that way and everybody looks at me when I tell them that story like I'm crazy. To know there's another crazy child out there with the name O'Real who thinks like I think, it's like now there's a group of us. How cool is that?
Yep.
He is
Yep.
very much loved at competitions because award ceremonies are like his forte, right? So he'll have the whole place screaming Gavin. Like, he just loves it. He doesn't know anything else. And we just all love to enjoy it with him. He is the true heart of dance.
Oh,
fun.
that's
Can you record
amazing.
that and send it to us? I want to see him.
Yes,
Oh, I got it.
please.
I will absolutely. I've got some great videos for you guys.
Aw.
Yes, please share. And for everyone who's watching, if you have any questions for Kelly or for Connie, please put them in the chat. We would love to, include you in the conversation. But my next question is, and I kind of want to shift to like your early years. During that, maybe year 1 through 5 or 1 through 8, what were you most unsure about looking back?
Parents.
Mm,
Yeah, it was so scary to deal with conflict. I purchased my studio from a previous owner and I did most of the teaching there, did all of the classes. So I felt, like I had a good handle on it. But once you become the owner, it's a whole different ballgame. And I was getting those conflict things. And I remember, going on the side of the building and just crying because I couldn't believe that parents were so upset about silly things or what I thought would be silly to them, right? Or things that it wasn't that big of a deal, but I never saw that side of it when I had purchased the studio before. I was just teaching dance, what I love to do.
mm.
Did you literally go outside and cry?
Oh, 100% in my car. Called my dad. Yep.
Aw.
Cried.
I'm so glad that you shared that because I think that happens more often than not with people who are new in this field. It takes a while to develop that. Do I call it skin or do I call it confidence? What do I call that thing where a parent can be critical and you're like, okay, I can handle that. I'm pretty confident in who I am and sorry they don't like it. I don't know if that was a question or a comment I just made.
Well, I think I learned that you have to have the backup, right? You have to have the reasons. It wasn't just so much of this is why we do it because this is how we've always done it. So once I got my footing on those kind of answers, I think I felt more confident. But in those first few years, I was just like, this is how it's always been done. This is how we're going to do it. No explanation needed,
Yeah.
And my parents were never like my parents. If somebody said something, we followed the rules. That was how it went. They didn't come back right. That's the way. If you didn't like it, too bad. You're going to lump it or leave it. Right. But that's not that way anymore.
No. My mom has worked my front desk since the day it opened 15 years ago. But then she's stepped back from as she's gotten older, we're just down to one night. But I remember the first couple years, I remember us driving home and she's saying to me, I would never question Anna Marie, who owned Anna Marie's Dance Academy, about why we're doing something or not doing something else. She goes, do I know anything about dance? Not a lick. And I was like, you're not wrong, but I get it. Like, it's just, and I'm like, well, at that point, I'm like, it's 2011, it's 2012. Like, people, they're different now, like we're different. We do have to, as business owners, we do have to have the answers as to why we do something and be confident. Like Reusch said, when we say it, why do they need ballet? This is why. Why do they need leaps, turns, and jumps on senior level? This is why, right? Like we need to educate. And I think it comes back to like educating them, not being maybe so like, oh my God, they're questioning me. No, they just don't know. Like once I kind of hit that wall, when I was like, they actually don't know that we need leaps, turns, and jumps, and that actually helps in contemporary and lyrical and modern and jazz and ballet and variations. Like that it is going to help get their scores where they want them to be, or get them that solo that they're dreaming about, or right. Like the parents don't necessarily know that. Just like when Cole goes in the soccer field, I don't know what to tell him to do. Like, I get the gist of it, but like the ins and the outs, I'm like, that's your coach. Go talk to him. Like I don't really know. So I think it's about like us educating. That's how I flipped it in my brain. Like they're asking because they don't know. Don't think of it as you have to be defensive. Just educate them, just like how you do the kids. This is why we do it. This is what we found is helpful, and we're going to continue doing it. Until we feel that something else needs to be switched out or added or changed.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I add to this discussion on educating the parents as in the last couple of years, I've had many sessions with parents, and I've said things like, that I, as a teacher, could never say, I'm giving this kid a great solo, this kid a great solo, this kid a medium solo, this kid a solo that's really not good, right? And their mouths drop open because they've thought that.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe it's educating parents, because if you do it the right way, they'll start laughing at themselves.
Mm-hmm.
At some of the ridiculousness stuff that may go on in their mind. You can't begrudge them because they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like a big one. You guys who have trouble with parents, or you feel they're always questioning you, maybe it's time for you to actually hang out with them and tell them things and make them laugh while you're telling them things. Don't think that it's a criticism of you when they have these questions or they say something off the wall. Hear this. That's insulting to you.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't mean it as an insult. They really wanted to know. What are your thoughts on what I just said?
It's so true. It's so true. And when I first opened, I definitely would have taken it as an insult.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The same. And I always tell them I'm open for any sort of conversation you want to have. You might not like what I have to say, but let's sit down and talk about it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, at the end of the day, it is just dance, and we're all in this together. I want the best for your dancer. And obviously you want the best for your dancer, but going about it might not be the way that you think that I should go about it. But let's talk about it.
Okay, we're going to do something fun here.
Uh-oh.
Scary.
I know where we're at, Ray.
I'm thinking that because I have a lot of questions here, that Laura, we alternate the questions, and I'll how about I ask Connie and you ask Kelly?
Doing rapid fire? Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, we're going for rapid fire, my friend.
Okay. I thought I was following you, but I wanted to make sure. Okay, so ladies, so rapid fire is super fun. You just answer the first thing that pops into your head. So, you said I had Kelly, correct?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, Kelly, are you a coffee or a tea girl?
Tea.
Connie, are you an early bird or a night owl?
The older I get, early bird. I used to be a night owl. Now I'm in bed by 10 o'clock.
Oh, good for you. I wish my brain would turn off at 10.
I changed in my lifetime, too.
Kelly, how about one boundary you will never break again?
Working on vacation.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I hope everybody's listening to you guys, because this is great advice. Connie, a sentence you tell yourself when doubt shows up.
You have to take big risks to get big rewards.
To the bell of 7,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Kelly.
In January. Opening in January.
The contractors were supposed to be done a lot earlier.
And yet you made it happen.
Yes.
You did.
And
Kelly,
better. Oops, excuse me. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
and met her
You're
goal. Go ahead. This is supposed to be rapid fire and not interrupt.
Kelly,
the
give me
cheering
Kelly, give me a mom guilt lie that you stopped believing or telling yourself.
That's hard. A mom guilt lie that I shouldn't work. I should be a stay-at-home mom. But then I was told by somebody very intelligently that I am setting a great example of how a woman leads, and a woman leads a household, and a woman leads her household by herself, and giving my children the confidence to do the same.
Let's go. Yes.
And a beautiful life, Kelly. You give
And a
your children
beautiful
a beautiful life.
Who told you that, Kelly?
One of the dance moms, actually.
Oh, I love that.
Makes it even better.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in what Kelly just said, which is those of you that sometimes feel, I want to say it this way, a little guilt because you're working and the other moms may have more time than you out there. Your kids are learning something from you that those other kids' moms are not learning. And that's commitment, dedication, all the things that come with being a business owner. And then add to it the layer of being a woman business owner, totally confident. You are educating your children in the right way, you guys. Okay, I have no idea what the question. Oh, I got it. Oh, here you go. This is the question. Most underrated part of being a woman business owner.
Most underrated part. Just piggybacking off what we said, like I've been able to teach my kids lessons that I don't know that I would have been able to teach them if they didn't see me do what I do on a daily basis. It's the experience that they're living it with me, and they're just as much a part of the studio's success.
Okay.
I don't know if I answered the question right, but
yes, you did.
Okay.
You did.
I want to ask both of them these last two because I think they're important. So you go first, Laura.
Okay, so I'll go first, and Kelly, you answer first. One thing you tell your younger owner self on day one.
That you are capable of doing this job. That because I felt on day one that I was playing director. And it's like, I felt like I could do it, but could I really? I'm kind of just like an imposter right now. Like, I was 21 and I'm like, okay, let's just play dance director for a little bit, but you will be successful and you will love this. And this is the best choice you've ever made in your life.
Yep. Love that.
One thing you tell your younger owner self on day one.
Just wait and see where you end up.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, I'll go with this next one. I'll ask Kelly. We'll switch things up. Laura can ask Connie. Kelly, what does living the dream mean to you?
That I live literally the best life that I could ever imagine in all of my dreams. And I love getting up every day and doing what I do.
So you feel you're currently living your dream?
I feel like I'm currently living my dream.
Can I just say, we're so lucky. I was having a conversation. I know it's rapid fire. Sorry.
But
I was just having a conversation with a friend, and they said she loves what she does. She's a masseuse. She's a body worker. She's a mover, choreographer, loves her life. I'm a studio owner, special needs mom, choreographer, love my life. And her and I have such great conversations, but she says, do you realize we are the 1%? And I was like, what? She goes, the 1% that wake up every day and she said, gets to live their dream. And she said that to me like years ago. And I've never forgot that. She goes, people walk around this world just like zombies, going through the day to day and no inspiration really, just doing the 9 to 5. If they don't love it, but it pays the bills. And She's like, we don't experience that. And I was like, she's like, we're the 1%. And that just always stuck with me, even on the days where I'm like, God, these parents sometimes, or that one kid who won't stop talking in my hip hop class, right? Like, even on those days, I'm like, the 1%. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still a part of the 1%. And I'll take the crazy dance number once in a while and the kid who won't stop talking and proudly live in my 1%. So you guys are all in the 1%. That's cool. Connie, how about you? What's living the dream?
I've got 3 answers. One is freedom. So the freedom to do what we want to do, go where we want to go, those kinds of things. Making an impact. I want to make this world a better place in any way that I can. And even if it's one dancer in one of my classes, if I've made an impact on their life, that's important to me. And the last thing would be just living in the community. Like, I have such great people around me all the time, and I'm so lucky. It's part of living the dream. Like, the people in your life mean more than anything else, right? So, but like, I've got you guys, my family, my dance parents. Like, this art has brought such great opportunities to me in my life, and I'm so grateful for it.
Great answers.
Excellent answers. Excellent conversation. Excellent examples within our field. Okay. Connie Kelly, thank you. I feel like I needed this conversation tonight. You've inspired me to be a better mom, better woman owner. I'm ready to roll.
We'll get you a puppy.
I'm not sure if he wants a puppy. I think he likes his very like.
I don't know where that came from.
I could be wrong.
Puppy for a little bit. I think you should.
Say that again, my friend.
You were thinking of getting a puppy for a little bit.
I'm still considering getting a puppy. I looked at a Facebook page that's a rehoming page. So I'm looking for something that I can kind of rescue more so. But then I think the cleaning up when they do stuff in the house, and it says, okay, put the phone down for a while.
Kelly's got a comp mom. You need like a puppy mom.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I need a puppy mom. Then please take the dog out for a walk. Get some poop over there in the corner. Would you make sure you get that poop before you leave?
Get all the pictures, all the things.
I did it for 15 years, and then I said never again. So that's why I'm still, and that was 10 years ago. So it made an impact on my life because I didn't give in yet, but I'm close. I know I am. Give me the right dog with the right look and the right circumstance. I'll do it. I'll bring the dog on as a guest sometime, Laura.
Yes.
Okay, a big thank you to Jackrabbit Dance for sponsoring today's episode. We appreciate you supporting studio owners and helping them run their businesses with clarity and eliminating the stress.
Yes, and make sure you follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify so you never miss an episode.
We'll see you the next time on Living the Dream. We'll be back Monday, 11 a.m., and we're hanging out with reps from Jackrabbit Dance, and we're going to talk about using your summers to increase your fall enrollment. It looks like it's going to be an awesome talk. So Monday morning, 11 o'clock, right here on this channel. I love saying that. We'll see you the next time on Living the Dream. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep smiling because my computer locked. This is a funny night. That's a wrap on this episode of Living the Dream. A huge thank you to our sponsor, Jackrabbit Dance, for their support of our community and helping dance studios thrive. If you loved today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your dance friends. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep dancing, and keep making a difference.